OSHA 1926.302, Power-Operated Hand Tools. 1926.302, A. Electric Power-Operated Tools. 1926.302, A.1. Electric power-operated tools shall either be of the approved double-insulated type or grounded in accordance with Subpart K of this part. 1926.302, A.2. The use of electric cords for hoisting or lowering tools shall not be permitted. 1926.302, B. Pneumatic power tools. 1926.302, B.1. Pneumatic power tools shall be secured to the hose or whip by some positive means to prevent the tool from becoming accidentally disconnected. 1926.302, B.2. Safety clips or retainers shall be securely installed and maintained on pneumatic impact, percussion, tools to prevent attachments from being accidentally expelled. 1926.302, B.3. All pneumatically driven nailers, staplers, and other similar equipment provided with automatic fastener feed, which operated more than 100 psi. Pressure at the tool shall have a safety device on the muzzle to prevent the tool from ejecting fasteners, unless the muzzle is in contact with the work surface. 1926.302, B.4. Compressed air shall not be used for cleaning purposes except where reduced to less than 30 psi. And then only with effective chip guarding and personal protective equipment which meets the requirements of Subpart E of this part. The 30 psi requirement does not apply for concrete form, mill scale, and similar cleaning purposes. 1926.302, B.5. The manufacturer's safe operating pressure for hoses, pipes, valves, filters, and other fittings shall not be exceeded. 1926.302, B.6. The use of hoses for hoisting or lowering tools shall not be permitted. 1926.302, B.7. All hoses exceeding half an inch inside diameter shall have a safety device at the source of supply or branch line to reduce pressure in case of hose failure. 1926.302, B.8. Airless spray guns of the type which atomize paints and fluids at high pressures, 1,000 pounds or more per square inch, shall be equipped with automatic or visible manual safety devices which will prevent pulling of the trigger to prevent release of the paint or fluid until the safety device is manually released. 1926.302, B.9. In lieu of the above, a diffuser nut which will prevent high pressure, high velocity release, while the nozzle tip is removed, plus a nozzle tip guard which will prevent the tip from coming into contact with the operator, or other equivalent protection, shall be provided. 1926.302, C. Fuel-powered tools. 1926.302, C.1. All fuel-powered tools shall be stopped while being refueled, serviced, or maintained, and fuel shall be transported, handled, and stored in accordance with Subpart F of this part. 1926.302, C.2. When fuel-powered tools are used in enclosed spaces, the applicable requirements for concentrations of toxic gases and use of personal protective equipment, as outlined in Subparts D and E of this part, shall apply. 1926.302, D. Hydraulic power tools. 1926.302, D.1. The fluid used in hydraulic powered tools shall be fire-resistant fluids approved under Schedule 30 of the U.S. Bureau of Mines, Department of the Interior, and shall retain its operating characteristics at the most extreme temperatures to which it will be exposed. 1926.302, D.2. The manufacturer's safe operating pressures for hoses, valves, pipes, filters, and other fittings shall not be exceeded. 1926.302, E. Powder-actuated tools. 1926.302, E.1. Only employees who have been trained in the operation of the particular tool in use shall be allowed to operate a powder-actuated tool. 1926.302, E.2. The tool shall be tested each day before loading to see that safety devices are in proper working condition. The method of testing shall be in accordance with the manufacturer's recommended procedure. 1926.302, E.3. Any tool found not in proper working order, or that develops a defect during use, shall be immediately removed from service and not used until properly repaired. 1926.302, E.4. Personal protective equipment shall be in accordance with Subpart E of this part. 1926.302(e)(5), tools shall not be loaded until just prior to the intended firing time. Neither loaded nor empty tools are to be pointed at any employees. Hands shall be kept clear of the open barrel end. 1926.302(e)(6), loaded tools shall not be left unattended. 1926.302(e)(7), fasteners shall not be driven into very hard or brittle materials including, but not limited to, cast iron, glazed tile, surface-hardened steel, glass block, live rock, face brick, or hollow tile. 1926.302(e)(8), driving into materials easily penetrated shall be avoided unless such materials are backed by a substance that will prevent the pin or fastener from passing completely through and creating a flying missile hazard on the other side. 1926.302(e)(9), no fastener shall be driven into a spalled area caused by an unsatisfactory fastening. 1926.302(e)(10), tools shall not be used in an explosive or flammable atmosphere. 1926.302(e)(11), all tools shall be used with the correct shield, guard, or attachment recommended by the manufacturer. 1926.302(e)(12), powder-actuated tools used by employees shall meet all other applicable requirements of American National Standards Institute, A 10.3-1970, Safety Requirements for Explosive Actuated Fastening Tools.